where Congress Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi is visiting the Nepal Embassy. He's just reached the Nepal Embassy in Delhi. This is at Mandi House. He will be meeting Deep Upadhyay, Nepal's ambassador to India. He's just been greeted by the Deputy Chief of Mission. Rahul Gandhi is also signing the visitor's book there. Deep Upadhyay, Nepal's ambassador to India, standing there right next to him. He is expressing solidarity. Rahul Gandhi there expressing solidarity with the quake victims, meeting Deep Kumar Upadhyay, Nepal's ambassador to India. Now, India has undertaken a massive relief, rescue and subsequently rehabilitation operations in Nepal. Headlines today is Ashar Ahmed Khan now joins us with the latest. Ashar, a massive operation undertaken by Government of India. In fact, the National Security Advisor and the Foreign Secretary are in Kathmandu even as we speak. Rahul Gandhi reaching the Nepal Embassy. What did he say? What's happening there?
Well, as you can see behind me, Rahul Gandhi has just reached, in fact, he's just gone in. What we are seeing is that there are visuals coming in from inside in which he's writing in the visitor's book his condolence message and also of his party. He'll be meeting the ambassador of Nepal to India. Basically, it'll be about condolences and aid which the Congress party and the Congress vice president can personally give. But apart from more of that, we've seen that the interventions which have been made by the Congress vice president Rahul Gandhi in the last couple of days, as though he's almost everywhere. He's there in the mandis, now he's coming to this also. So clearly a massive outreach program being launched by Rahul Gandhi, and this time around choosing the Nepal Embassy, coming here to meet the Nepal ambassador. Okay. Does the Congress party have a plan? When Uttarakhand there was a tragedy, there was a flagging off of relief vehicles. Is something planned this time also? Well, what we expect is that they would be asking from the Nepal government what exactly is that they specifically need. And apart from that, most likely it is going to happen is that there are going to be donations which the Congress party will make as far as Nepal earthquake relief is concerned. But at the moment they are looking and waiting and watching as to what the final figures are, what are the requirements of Nepal. But more than that, what is more important is that they are trying to show that the Congress party pretty much stands with the people of Nepal in this hour of crisis. Ashar Ahmed Khan for the moment. Many thanks for joining me. Rahul Gandhi there signing the visitor's book at the Nepal Embassy. And if you look at these pictures, he refers to what's written on his cell phone. Of course, I think the first pen wasn't working. He gets another pen. Look at that. Rahul, there's a message which apparently is written on that mobile phone. And Rahul Gandhi then sees that and then jots it down on the visitor's book at the Nepal Embassy. He signed the condolence book. The official death toll is 5,000 plus in Nepal. Sadly, it could even rise by some accounts. Death toll could cross even 10,000. Several thousand people are injured in this 7.1 magnitude earthquake that hit Nepal last Saturday. Rahul Gandhi has signed the visitor's book. Of course, the Congress party vice president in this new avatar, according to sources in the Congress party, will not only take on the government every day, but will remain in the headlines every day. Whether it's a fresh attack on the government on different issues each day, net neutrality one day, farmers issue the other. Today, of course, he is at the Nepal Embassy and there he's signed the visitor's book. His phone had a message. He jotted down some lines there. He's met Deep Upadhyay, Nepal's ambassador to India. And headlines today, Smita Sharma now joins me with the latest. Smita, you've read through what Rahul Gandhi wrote. What did he write?
In fact, I am looking at that visitor's register right now, got out, and what he's written, I will read out the message, quoting Rahul Gandhi. Over the last week, the world has watched in horror as the true scale of the tragedy in Nepal unfolded before us. Some wounds will never heal, but as Nepal begins the hard task of rebuilding each broken life and broken building, the people of India stand with you in strength and solidarity. In the years to come, we will see a stronger, more prosperous, ever beautiful Nepal, whose unconquerable spirit will rise above the present despair and inspire the world. And it's, of course, signed off as Rahul Gandhi, who is in fact at the Nepal Embassy currently in discussions, holding meetings with the Nepal's ambassador to India, Mr. Deep Kumar Upadhyay. Gaurav.
Smita, beautiful words there. Undoubtedly beautiful Nepal, beautiful unconquerable spirit, fighting against all odds at this point of time. Ashar, does the Congress party also plan to help out like it did in Uttarakhand?
Well, what we've been given to understand that some help will be extended by the Congress party also in the disaster which is Nepal. While on the other hand, we've been seeing that the Congress Vice President is here. He is at the moment meeting the ambassador of Nepal. In fact, what more on this is that this is another intervention by Rahul Gandhi which he's been making in the last couple of days. So clearly, Rahul Gandhi trying to make an impact here as far as his own personal image is also concerned.
That indeed is the case, Smita. Nepal is now collating all information, making a list of what is already there, what else is required. Has Nepal's ambassador been able to give us more details about how they want help channelized? What are specific areas where they want help at this point of time?
Gaurav, it's me that you're asking the question.
Yes, Smita.
Well, we tried getting this sense from Deep Kumar Upadhyay, who will, of course, speak to us in details after this meeting. But what I can see in the embassy right now is, there are cartons being packed. The embassy staff that I'm speaking to, they seem, in fact, to be overwhelmed by the kind of generous response that really has poured in from, of course, not just the political class, not just from the government, but also from civil society by and large. In fact, they seem to suggest that the kind of help that they are getting in from India really is much more than expected. But also there are some issues. In fact, some NGOs have approached media houses and they seem to be suggesting that at the Nepal border point, really, there are some Nepali police who perhaps are trying to levy some sort of a customs duty on the relief material that is going in. But Mr. Upadhyay, in fact, seemed to suggest that these are not true allegations, really, that while those police personnel have, of course, been asked to ensure that everything is updated, everything is in the books and in the registers in terms of all the relief material flowing in to avoid corruption. But there is no customs duty or other taxes that are really to be levied in on these goods. But what Nepal is looking at really, with those official death toll figures already at 6,000 and plus,
yes,
is a long-term rebuilding process, because it's not going to be overnight. Nepal will require a lot of time, in fact, to rebuild. Entire villages have collapsed.
Smita, explain this to us. While a lot of relief has reached Kathmandu, the last mile distribution appears to be an issue. Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, Joint Secretary in the Prime Minister's office Javed Ashraf, they're all in Kathmandu. What is it that Government of India is doing at this stage?
Well, Gaurav, Government of India really is trying to synchronize well in terms of all its coordination efforts between the Nepal army, really, the army personnel who are there. Remember, in fact, India had also asked all the Gorkha regiments, even the retired soldiers, to come in on the ground and come in, provide additional hands as well as far as that rescue work was concerned. I have covered disasters in other states as well in the past, and especially it matches up to the scale of calamity that we saw in Uttarakhand 2 years back, Gaurav. A lot of time what happens is, while relief material does reach maybe the central coordinated point, but it's really the far-off places that take time because of a broken down communication system, because of broken down infrastructure. But that does not mean that you stop sending across relief material. It just requires better coordination, which is something that the Indian delegation is currently hoping for in Kathmandu, Gaurav.
Smita Sharma and Ashar Ahmed Khan, for the moment, many thanks for joining me.